I feel like Asian moms are like cheating wives. Like they would on one phone call, my son did this amazing movie in Taipei. Everybody loves it. It was amazing. It's the best movie ever made. And then you come, hey mom, what are you doing? Why you look so fat? Don't eat.
Right.
You know, it's like you switch.
Exactly.
When they talk to other people, they're like one person. They talk to you, they're just like a different person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so back to story. So again, trying to be the excuse me.
It's okay. I just give you COVID. Sorry.
Yeah. The model minority. So
I'm wearing this right now. You can talk.
Okay.
I'm just wearing the.
So I try to like start climbing the ladder as an assistant and knocking on doors and trying to be an assistant producers and stuff. And so it wasn't until I was at Columbia Pictures and I was like working for the president of production there. Robert Rodriguez came to town with this movie he made, El Mariachi, for like $7,000. Yeah.
Oh, it's iconic.
It's
very
absolutely
also Chinese of him.
Yes.
I mean, Mexican Taiwan connection. You guys probably connect into the I can make good cheap.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Hi guys, I'm Jiaoyingsummers. Welcome back to Tiger Milf podcast. This episode, we have one of my favorite director here in the studio. Are you ready for the great George Huang?
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So happy you're here. I know you speak Chinese, but my fans love when I roast English name in Chinese.
Okay, great.
Because I always felt it's so not fair when Americans make fun of Chinese names, like Ling Ling, Bing Bing. They think it's silly and stupid. I mean, like Ben means stupid, you know. So I started roasting them in
Back
Chinese.
in English, or you roasted them in Chinese.
Yes,
oh, okay.
What your name means in Chinese, and they actually love it. Americans are like, I mean, stupid. They love it, and they share to their friends. So we're gonna visit George Huang. I'll do Chinese and English. 巧智, I think 巧 means 巧妙, right? So skillful. 智 is control. So the way he controls is very skillful, like his movies. That's good. Huang, I mean, I don't know which Huang, but Huang means the king, right? Emperor or Wang.
I'm not sure. I think it's the yellow one. So it's the one
Huang?
Yeah,
Huang
the Huang. Okay.
Yeah, yellow and the king.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Great. He is the king at controlling. Makes him so skillful. So that's the perfect name for a director.
I love that.
Great. I just wanted to tell everybody about Weekend in Taipei. I went to the premiere and I know it's a great movie because I know George Huang is a director and my friend Willie is involved. I mean, his son Wad was amazing in it, but oh wow, it is such an adventure. I was very surprised by how great the movie is because you don't see that kind of movies anymore. You don't see like you have a visual feast at the same time. Emotionally, it is very compelling and all the story is original. And I mean, I think it's so well casted. It's one of the things, like the whole movie is magic. Because,
I mean, it helps a lot when you're shooting in Taiwan. The island is beautiful. It's so scenic, and so it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. When you want something to be cinematic, you can kind of point the camera anywhere. It's like, oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, that looks really good too. So it's almost an embarrassment of riches. So it makes your job as a filmmaker so much easier.
It's amazing. Also, I think the Asian people just like they like to work, right? They're
yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Can I do this?
Yeah.
Like they don't need like I need a break again.
No, well, I will say the Asian people, they're so super hardworking. You know, they're one of the hardest working crews I've ever seen. I remember we're shooting this car chase in a tunnel, and because we could see all the way both directions, like all the equipment had to be parked at the end of the tunnel, and so we said, oh, so we're in the middle of the tunnel shooting. And it's like, oh, I need this lens, and the guy would just nod. And they would just take off running full sprint, like a half mile. And he'd come back with the lens within like 5 minutes, just panting like out of breath and going, oh my God, thank you.
Okay, that's the boyfriend I need. Can you call him for
exactly,
me?
Right?
That's the man I need.
I wanted to date him.
Right? We need to fight for him. Oh my God, where is that Taipei boy who runs for the lens? That is the man I need. Consistent commitment.
But
that's
I will say the one thing that sort of threw me off about the schedule is, the Taiwanese, they love their food. I mean, please look at me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So,
you're funny too.
So, usually when you're shooting on a set, you take lunch 6 hours after the call time. So if I say, hey, Jiaoying, you need to be on set at 6 a.m., you have lunch 6 hours later at noon. In Taiwan, it doesn't matter when people are called in. They will take lunch at lunchtime. So if I call people in at 10 or 11 a.m., so I remember we had a late call at 11 a.m., and people just started leaving at noon for lunch. We're going,
Well,
where's everyone going? We just got here. It's like
that's the thing about Taiwan. The moment they learn some freedom, they become lazy. They take it. If you mainland China, nobody's eating. We want to be on camera. Where's my face? I love that. But Taiwanese food is so great. Though.
Oh my God, so good.
It is insane. I mean,
So
if I am in Taiwan, I want my lunch break at my lunch break because it's not like a peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
Like nobody's looking forward to it.
No.
Like, okay, we wait for 6 more hours.
Exactly.
What do you have? Caesar salad? No. Southeast chicken wrap? Thank you. No.
Right.
I was so touched by. I was at the beginning. When it was in Chicago, I can't really leak what's happening in the movie, but we have a lot of great fighting scenes in the movie, and it's visually stunning. And the kind of humor you have in it is mind blowing. I was so busy with all the fighting is great, but then the funny. I'm as a comedian, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, I really want to talk to you because I really appreciate it because that makes. It just make it human too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, I mean, I think more than anyone else. Yeah, comedy is sort of a great Trojan horse to get to some like deeper emotional issues, and it's a way to, start a conversation or talk about uncomfortable things in a way that we can have a little fun with it.
And look at Evans when he was young. When you made him young, it's very funny. It looked like a little Keith Roger, a little baby.
Right.
Like he looks a little. I don't know. I was thinking like a young little Keith Roger. What's his last name?
Keith Richards. Keith Richards from the Stones. Is that it?
I forgot it. Like the Brokeback Mountains, the Joker. What's his name again?
Heath Ledger.
I can't say his name because he died. I couldn't say his name.
Okay, I know. Oh, great. Now I said it.
It's okay. I'm just like, it's like whisper.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yes.
Cancer. Heath Ledger. I have to whisper because when a beautiful, bright young man just leave the world, you just won't ignore it.
It's so tragic. It is. Yeah.
The reason he left.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, right? Yeah. He's hot.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no,
his
absolutely.
Dark hair looks good. Yeah, it was.
I don't know, we had problems. So it was a wig, we thought, okay, well, everyone will just have long hair when they're younger. And so just trying to deal with the wig of everything. But, so, we were able to de-age, Luke digitally.
Is that?
So yeah, they do that now in films. There's digital cosmetics, but what the great thing is because Luke Evans has been on movie theaters and on TV, for over 20 years. So we have a great sort of visual reference. We can just pull up. Oh, this is what Luke looked like 15 years ago. Match that. Yeah. So it helps out.
I'm just curious when I see him, his face is younger. He goes, "Damn." He's like, "Damn."
No, come on. Even Luke Evans now is not too shabby, right?
I mean, the thing about men is that in Chinese, it's like a 男人40一朵花，女人40豆腐渣. It's like when a man is 40, he's still a flower.
Yeah.
When a woman is 40, she's old, disgusting tofu.
Right.
Like expired, stinky tofu.
Yeah, but stinky tofu is...
People
love stinky tofu.
It depends on who likes it.
Exactly.
There's market for stinky tofu.
Exactly, there is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I feel like I really urge everyone to go to the theater to watch this movie. That's a movie of when you really want to have a journey and a blast. Also, it really take you to Taipei. Yep. You pay the ticket, but you actually save a lot of money for the flights and for everything.
You can spare yourself a 15-hour flight.
15-hour flight
to get there.
There's no you don't have to pay for because time difference. You just boom, you're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
So how was the casting about Gui Lunmei? Because I watched her when I was a little girl in this movie, 不能说的秘密, the Jay Chou's movie.
Oh, The Secret.
The
right?
Secret.
The Secret, yes.
So when I was, The Secret was really twisting a mind. Chinese people were not ready for it. Like, oh my God. Everybody was like, the donkey is like, what happened?
Right.
But I knew what happened. I always...
did you figure out when you were watching
it? Because I was ugly when I was a girl. When school,
hardly. Come on. Seriously? I'm going to hear you talk about that, on your podcast. I find that very difficult to believe. Or one of those pretty girls who was like, oh, no, I was ugly. I was like, right.
I don't know what happened. It's just I had the big lips and big jaw wasn't so popular in China when I was a little girl. They like little skinny V-shaped little white girls.
That's true. No. The Asian sort
beauty
of
standard.
The beauty standard in Asia. It's just like when I was over there in Taipei, you're just wandering the Watson's drugstores and stuff. It's like and the Cosmeds and it's just like why is everything? Why is everything all skin bleaching?
Yeah.
Why do all people want to be white?
They want to be bleached
it's
white.
Just embrace yourself. It is.
My mom always like, your face look yellow. You don't look good. I said, Mom, we are yellow people. I look yellow. That's what we should look. You look too white. You're like a bleached.
Yeah, no,
You know,
yeah.
she's like, you should feel bad. You look yellow. I'm like, we are the yellow people.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, they all avoid the sun like the plague, and
Yes,
yeah,
they hate
and they're
the
just
sun.
like slathering on all these bleaching. I was going,
that's
well, that
bleaching
cannot be good for your
It
skin.
causes cancer.
I believe it. I
But they
totally
think
believe it. Yeah.
having cancer is better than being dark. I thank God I'm in America. Thank God. Because in America, you don't have a tan. You are broke.
Right.
You know,
that's
for the
true.
vacation.
Exactly.
You should be embarrassed for being
Exactly.
like no tan. Like my manager, she's getting her like a tanning lotion and tanning session.
Okay.
Just getting her ready for Halloween so she can trap. Like, I look too white. I can't trap any. I need to get tan. It's the beauty standard is so
Totally
stupid.
go to Asia. She'd be.
Yeah, it's a location, lady. Move to Asia or
Right.
keep driving east. Go to Bakersfield.
that
That can make you hot too. Yeah, that can make you hot too.
Right.
I'm just like so impressed.
Yeah.
And I would
Well,
love to
thank
talk
you.
about your journey as
Yeah.
a director.
No,
so
absolutely.
you were born in America.
I was born in America. My parents immigrated from Taiwan because my dad wanted to go to get his engineering degree at UC Berkeley. And so, you know, it's funny. Theirs was an arranged marriage. So, you know, I'll be honest, my dad married my mom for the dowry to get the money to go to school.
So she
in the United
was from a
States.
rich family.
Semi-rich. I mean, my grandfather, her dad owned the rice mill in the village.
That's not
So-
Asian at all.
No.
The rice mill. I'm not being racist.
No,
I'm being racist.
Not at all.
The rice mill.
Yeah, so, you know.
I came from the rice mill. Director George Huang is a rice mill trust fund.
Yes, exactly. There you go. There's the lead.
It's a rice mill.
Yeah,
I'm
so
dying.
so their first date was basically the matchmaker putting them together with like the families, and their second date was the wedding. So they're
That's
very
beautiful.
practical people. Yeah, no, and they were together until, you know, sadly my dad passed away last year, but yeah, they stayed married the whole time.
Apart.
Yes, exactly.
I think I can't help but imagine the situation of the matchmaker trying to pitch each other for.
Right.
She is skinny and white, and she doesn't talk much, and she has rice mill. A lot of money. He is going to America. He's good at school. He's gonna become an engineer, make a lot of money. So you perfect match.
There you go. Perfect.
So
Perfect. Oh my God. Look, if the comedy thing doesn't work out for you, you should totally try the matchmaking.
I would love to do it.
Did your mom, like, you know, ever try to set you up with a matchmaker?
She tried. So when I was, in China, we have the 剩女, leftover woman.
Yep.
剩女,
I know,
at 25, you're not married.
Exactly.
You know, you are leftover woman. But in America, 25, not married, you are a Democrat. You know.
Yeah, exactly. You're a career woman.
Yeah, you are a career woman, you know. Or Leonardo DiCaprio's ex-girlfriend. You know, it depends on who is talking, where we are. She just like, before I was 25, she has very high standard. The guy has to be handsome, rich, nice, you know, same age. After I was 25, she set me up as like a guy, like I'm like, Mom, he's short. She goes, he can jump, you know. I'm like, he's a midget.
How high can he jump?
Yeah, how high? How tall are we talking about? She just thought like anything, just just go mingle. Like, you know, we went to visit my uncle who was a murderer in prison.
Yeah,
the guys are like hanging out. She's like, go mingle. I'm like, they are all criminals.
Right.
Better than nothing. You know?
Oh my God.
It's just she has no standards when I turned 25. So you expired like a can of tuna fish.
Yeah, no, they have actually a saying. Actually, in the early days of America, a friend of mine, she actually said, nobody wants Christmas cake after Christmas. Like Christmas is on the 25th. And yeah, as soon as it's after Christmas, after 25, no one wants Christmas cake.
Really
That's
sad.
really like, wow. And then I'm kind of like, I like cake. I'll eat cake after Christmas.
It's sad because my lunar birthday is December 26th. So I expire all the way. That is sad. That is so sad.
Oh.
But it's so much better in Asia now.
It is. No, it has gotten a lot better. Absolutely.
Yeah, and with the one-child policy, there's way more men than women in China.
I know, so...
Oh, all the ugly girls are like, you want
exactly.
this?
No, they have their pick of the litter.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you better buy my brother a car, buy my sister another car, buy my ugly brother this, buy my fat brother this, and for me to marry you, 2 apartments, 3 cars for me to marry you, and like the ugliest girls ever. Like they become, that's good.
No, exactly. And again, with the economy, you know, booming is. I have a friend who's a director. He was, like he said, when he used to go to China to shoot stuff, you know, and he's a white guy, you know, oh my God, all the women would throw themselves at him. Now he can't get a number at all from any of the girls there because they're looking at him and go, oh yeah, you're American, you're poor.
how much money you make, you know, what car you drive.
Exactly.
Because they can pick. And that's why when a Chinese guy tell me, I wish you were taller and prettier and whiter, I'm like, well, you killed all the pretty ones, you know. The pretty ones, when they're in the dumpster, they have too much dignity, they can't come out. I climb the fuck out, you know. You can't kill me with rat poison. Like, I'm the only thing you got, so shut up. It's like, not like you can choose.
Right.
Yeah, there's only one of me left.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One of the things I love most about your movie, I think, is how consistent. I know the story is pretty, like, it all happened in a weekend, obviously. It's very intense. But somehow, with outrageous storyline, it somehow makes so much sense because the story add up, it makes sense. I mean, obviously, the actors are so great at it.
They really
the
are.
writing is amazing. So it just makes sense. And I believe it. And I'm invested in it, in your story, like in the span of... 15 years. I just buy it. I understand it. I'm like, if I was the girl, that would be how I would do. She's also very Chinese.
Yes.
She's very Taiwanese.
She's very Taiwanese.
She's a
in that
very
sense.
hardcore Asian girl.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Yep.
Very has this sense of honor. She honor herself. But at the same time, her son is everything. She'll do anything for her son. I think if she had to, she'll be a stripper for her son.
Yeah.
She's like a Jewish mom.
Yeah.
Like,
no, absolutely.
For my son to go to Harvard, I can be a stripper.
Right.
And she's very Asian. I think it also is like a kind of like a little cultural film for Americans, not just go to Taiwan.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's actually to have a taste of the culture. Yeah. Because it's an interracial relationship. And
absolutely.
And it's just he's like, you just laugh. Like, what? Did you say something? She's like, I have dignity! You know, like the Chinese girls, like, we want men to to do everything. Not like, we will take care of the men, but like, we want you to initiate your affection. Right. Like, it's too much dignity. Like, don't lose face. Like, 不要丢脸.
Right. It's so like you've never made the first move in a relationship? Ever?
When I was drunk, so I'm seeing this guy for the first time. I mean, when I was a girl with self-respect and dignity, I never make the first move. Okay. After my husband left me with no money and I had to raise 2 children, so I had to work like a dog. Oh my God. I had to, like, I remember when Evan was with me in Boston, we keep adding shows. My manager's like, you can't keep adding shows. You're going to get sick because you work way too much. Yeah. I said, the kids got to eat. Yeah, exactly. I want to keep the house because my husband left me no money, but they don't have a dad now. So if we move from a school and then we move to a different house, it's going to really ruin their life because it's just for them to have a familiar environment is helpful.
You want some stability, especially at that age when they're young. So,
yeah, I'm like I'm a dumpster baby. I can survive this, but the kids don't have to know what something happened. So I remember I was with Evan. We were doing a Boston House of Comedy. Last day of shows, I don't have a voice. I'm like, oh my God, really? Wow. He's like, I don't hear you. Right. He didn't call me obviously. Evan is a nice white Mexican boy. Right. He didn't. He's like, Jiaoying, I can't hear you. I'm like, I don't know my voice, right, Evan? We were just like praying in the green room. He's giving me 20 cups of hot water with honey and lemon, trying to get my voice back. And that's like how much I struggled. So at this point, if I like a guy and because my studio persona is pretty crazy. Like people think I'm just like a ruthless dragon lady, which is true. But I have my other side, of my old happy person. I still have something left, the little girl, happy little girl left in me. So I mean, I met this guy in Austin. Yeah. He's so cute. I think I liked him a lot. I know he liked me too. But I know we'll never see each other again. Why? Because he was filming for me. And why is like, because I tour so much and I just don't have
now the schedule's got to be tough.
Also, we are long distance. And like, we are too old for long distance. Long distance for like high school kids. Like, you went to different college. And like, he did like magic guitar is going to pay for our future. Right. Fuck the guitar. He's going to be gay and everyone, like that's what's gonna happen to him. Anyway, so I mean, I liked him a lot, and we kind of hung out and we had good fun, and then we didn't see each other anymore, and then I saw him again. I'm like, okay. He said, "I'll see you again," and he did. He made effort to see me again. Okay. And then I'm like, you know
That's
what?
Great.
We were at the bar after the show.
Yeah.
And he just like, I guess he's afraid of me because I'm just so aggressive. I'm just like talking about this and that. Right. And he's not kissing me. And I knew he wasn't gay. So I just grabbed him. I grabbed his hair and kissed him.
There you go. Nice.
I'm like, okay, that's done. And next day he texts me. He's like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I'm like, oh, he likes who I am. I'm like, I hope that didn't turn you off. I just go out and kiss you. It's like, I like who you are. You know, it's fine. It's fun. I like everything. You know, that's who you are.
Okay. So again, so it's just the distance. I mean, Austin's only like a 3-hour flight. I mean,
it depends on how good the is. I'll be there. I'm kidding. It's more than that. So yeah, we're gonna see each other more. Obviously, we're making effort.
Good.
So I just feel like. I guess I'm finally recovering from my divorce. So now I'm finally like I'm in a place right now, like financially I'm stable with the children. My mom is screaming at me less because I'm making more money.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the Asian mom. Like, you can tell them you want to be an actor, she'll slap you, but the moment you start making money,
really?
you do. It's all about the money.
So the money's still valid because, like, look, I know my parents again because very practical. You know, again, second date was a wedding, so the idea of me going to filmmaking was like, oh no. No.
What did we do wrong? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to be an engineer? Why do you want to be a lawyer? They even said to me, it's like, look, just be a notary. We'd be happy with a notary. It's like, Mom, Dad, going not to say anything bad in notaries, was like, I've got bigger ambitions than that. So yeah. No, but it's funny because a large part of the reason I made this film, Weekend in Taipei, is because, even to this day, when like friends and family ask, oh, what is George doing? They say, oh, don't worry, he just had a kid. No, what is he doing? Oh, don't worry, he just bought a house. They would never say what I do for a living. There's this like great shame almost in what I do for my job. And so, yeah, I'm hoping that, okay, well, Mom, you can't hide from this anymore. I'm going to make a movie in your homeland. Everyone in the family is going to see it. They're going to see my name up there. So you're not going to be able to hide, or hide what I do anymore.
I love that. I'm so proud of you as a fellow suffering member of the Asian Mom Club.
Exactly.
Like, it means so much.
Yeah.
She didn't care about me at all. I got in the Asian Hall of Fame, and she goes, "Well,
that's huge. Oh my God.
Well, there's another Asian lady in there. Margaret Cho also got it. Like Margaret Cho is the goat. She's like, God, for me to get in.
She was a pioneer. She is like,
she didn't understand. She's like, well, you're not. I'm like, Mom, she didn't get it. And then I have this little teeny interview at GQ in China. My mom's like, my daughter is a star. I'm like, that is a tiny interview. It means nothing.
Right.
When I played the Apollo, she goes, who cares? It's in New York. Nobody cares. It's in Harlem. It's not like in Manhattan. I'm like, Mom, it means a lot.
Yeah.
I said, there's a standing ovation. So because you are hungry, they want to leave.
Right.
They want to leave. I'm like, oh. She said my standing ovation because they are hungry, they want to leave.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I totally get your Asian mom.
Yeah.
And I think what is so powerful of Weekend in Taipei is that the representation in film for not just for like our beautiful scenery in Taiwan, but the woman, the culture.
Well, yeah, the cast and the crew. I mean, that for me was the most affecting thing by making this movie is like, look, you have to have a Western lead in order to sell the movie across the world, but everyone else in the cast is Asian. There's so many Asian faces in front of the camera and Asian faces behind the camera. Yeah. When I look at, I look at the entire crew, they all look like me. I mean, it's fantastic. I've never had that experience, making a movie or a TV show ever. Usually I'm one of two people, in the entire like cast and crew. And to see that, oh my God, everyone here, is Asian. That was absolutely rewarding. That was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I felt like it is very hard for our parents, the generation, to understand why for Asians being art is so important, but it is so important, especially what you do. You are a storyteller, you are a filmmaker. It's because like when we grow up, we don't see our face in the media, and we don't think we belong.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially since look, movies, YouTube, TV. This is look. Most. Colleges kill me for saying this, but it is our literature now. This is what most people consume, for storytelling, for entertainment, and not to see yourself represented on there. Yeah, it does make you feel like you do not belong. That you feel like an other, a less than.
Yeah,
and so I think it's incredibly important that we get more exposure.
Yes.
In that world.
And even like in films, when we see an Asian face, we are not portrayed in a way that is authentic.
Yeah.
It's serving a story to other people. And for you to make your film in your own way of telling it is that there's so much heart and soul in the movie. We've never seen an Asian woman is that complex.
Yeah.
like a May portrayed. It's just that's the you have an Asian mom. And she's not just this obedient woman. She's so complex, but we don't really see Asian women portrayed the way that is like so complex. Like this girl, she's she's an orphan, and she fall in love, and she's special. She's like very boyish, and we don't see that. Like Asian girls, like so obedient and cute and sweet, like cutesy, like little high school girl. And I love that. I'm a very different. Like, I relate to her a lot because I'm very complex. And I just think that kind of story can really empower little Asian girls. Just like be like, I can do this. I can be boyish. I can be tough. I can be strong. I can be loving. I can be all of it. I don't have to just be like what I'm seeing. In story, because we control our storytelling. It just is really helping us to fight the Asian hate towards it, because the way that people hate us is because they see us as aliens. They don't think we have heart and soul. We're just those quiet people who eat rice and who make a lot of money, who do good jobs, who's not poor. That's all we are.
Model minority.
Minority, So when they see you as this kind of like alien existence, if you die, they don't feel bad for you. Like they are not human.
Right.
Yeah, that's the worst.
No, absolutely. No, even like, look, and I think it's great that, there's been so much progress in the most recent years, like with equity and diversity. They, want to try to include us more. But then even with that, like sometimes I feel like, okay, am I here because I'm just checking a box? For all of you, was I hired simply because, you need, we got the memo from upstairs. We need some Asians. So you're the Asian.
I think you really made your mark with Weekend in Taipei. It's definitely one of the most mind-blowing, culture, like a bridge of two cultures, East and West. And love story, and also family. Family is so important.
No, absolutely.
As a single mother, I relate to the story so much. When you have children, sometimes you still don't have to give up your life, and that's what happened to her finally. That you can have it all. It's a fight. Obviously, it's gonna be harder.
No, of course.
But it's very rewarding.
Of course. No, absolutely.
It's being a strong mom. Sometimes, like when I got divorced, I felt that my son is going to suffer so much growing up without a father. But then I realized that if I just be me, I'm strong. He watches me, and he knows that it actually helped him to respect women more, because he respects a strong woman. For my daughter, she knows she does not have to compromise anything.
Yeah, you got to be an incredible model for her. That's amazing.
Yes, that's why I don't talk to her. I'm kidding. She's just much smarter. Like, the girls are just smarter than boys. How old is yours?
I have two boys, 9 and 11.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so a lot of young boy energy.
Young boy energy. They are a lot.
Oh my god! It's so physical. I mean, I'm just getting beat up every single day.
So your wife has to put up with 3 boys.
I'm sorry, my wife.
She has to put up with 3 boys.
Yeah, she has to put up with 3 boys. Exactly.
I feel bad for her.
That's
a lot of energy.
It's a little rough. We'd hoped the second one would be a daughter, but look, it is what it is. We thought we might try for a third and try to get a daughter. No, we should, but a friend of mine, Robert Rodriguez, he wanted to have a daughter, so he kept trying and trying. It wasn't until 5 kids later that I finally got a daughter.
Well, he's Mexican, so
yeah, exactly. Somebody like thought of me going 5 kids. Yeah, no, that would break me. That would just absolutely.
I think your mom would be happy.
Really? Do you think so?
They don't like us, but they like the next generation.
You're right. Now, you're right. They love the grandkids, but for us, it's just like, look, I love my mom and I see her every weekend, but every time I'm going there, it's like, she's going to just like say, you got to lose weight. What are you doing? You got to take care of this. It's like, but the kids, like, literally, like, she'll say, no, you need to lose weight. And then she'll feed the kids whatever they want.
She's like, but mom, like Weekend in Taipei was so successful. She's like, it's not like a month in Taipei.
Right.
We're trying to in Taipei.
Exactly.
It's not like it's only a weekend.
Right.
They'll just find whatever. I feel like they enjoy it.
Right.
It's like the reason, that's their love language, is to abuse you.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No, in a weird way. No, you're right. It is strange because, that's how they demonstrate love. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping I'm not passing that on with my kids, like I feel like I almost overcompensate, and that kind of irritates my wife a little, because it feels like, am I spoiling them? Am I teaching them how they can have grit? Because look, we can be critical about our parents, but then look where we are. We would not have gotten here had it not been for them. Even, look, I mean, they disapprove, but they still supported me, but again, pushing us the way they did. They
Mhm.
gave us sort of the grit and the determination to be
Mhm.
able to, yeah, okay, you know, I'm losing my voice, but I'm still going to complete this Boston run. I'm going to do it because, yeah, there's no such word as quit
Yeah,
in
well,
either
there's no
you
quit.
or me. Exactly.
Mhm.
And that's because the way our parents raised us,
Yes.
you know, and I look at my kids, it's like, really can't even walk to school. Oh, my legs are tired. And it's like, oh, Jesus. So, yeah, so sometimes I do worry that, you know, yeah, do I need to go back to the way my parents did it,
Mhm.
where it's just like, okay, if you did something wrong, go out to the backyard and pick the bamboo stick that I'm going to beat you with. It's like,
Mhm.
what? You know, that's always a terrifying
Yeah.
thing. It's like going, well, if I pick out one that's too small, my dad's going to just get a bigger one. So, yeah, my sister and I would just stare at like the bamboo going, uh-oh. You know?
I
It's
love
like,
that.
yeah, it's
Choose
like,
your bamboo.
yeah, choose your poison. Yeah, choose your bamboo
poison,
that
choose
you're going to
your
get beaten
bamboo.
with. It's like,
I
crap.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't, George, this is so funny. Like
Yeah.
you are the rice mill,
Yeah, I'm the rice mill
rice
trust
mill
fund
trust
baby.
fund baby, and your parents beat you with a bamboo stick.
Right.
That's you
Mhm.
cannot be more Asian than that.
Mhm.
Like, this is hilarious.
Right.
And I felt like our parents, the reason. I mean,
Mhm.
I think Asian parenting is making or breaking.
Yeah.
Like the
Mhm.
people like us will just like thrive to never quit,
Right.
make them proud. And
Yeah.
then some kids who are not as crazy as psycho as us, they just
Mhm.
give up. They're like,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Right,
They're
right.
kind of dead inside.
Yeah.
And the people like us, I feel like one of is like you always want to be the best, but once you get it,
Mhm.
you really don't appreciate it for long. You're just like, okay, what's next? What else? I
You're
can
right
do?
now. You're always trying to push for the next
Yeah,
thing.
because you don't really
absolutely.
enjoy the success
Mhm.
more than 5 minutes.
Right.
I'm hoping for our generation, the next generation of the kids, is like we give them so much love,
Yeah.
and I think when they are teenagers, they just have to go to work.
Ah, okay.
You know, be a waiter. I
Okay.
can't beat you when you're little, and now
Right,
don't
right.
take 1 penny from me. I'm
Okay.
not gonna give you a penny.
Okay,
you have
so-
to do that. We can be American.
So that's the plan. Okay.
We can
So
switch to American.
once they can officially go to work, then just throw them out there.
No
and-
money.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
All
get any of the residuals from the week in Taipei because it's daddy's money. You know,
Right.
You want to start a business, you better write an IOU contract.
Right.
You know, we can just be Americanism later on.
Right.
It's code. You know,
Yeah.
they have kids like, hi dad, I want to go to vacation with my fiance. No, take your kid with you.
Right.
I don't do that.
Right.
But we can't do that. We are too Asian for it though. We are
Right.
too Asian for it.
Yeah.
It's so, you know, my son can be a little weak sometimes, but then I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's okay. And my mom
Okay.
is so funny.
Mhm.
And so like when I was a little girl, I look just like my daughter.
Yeah.
And then my mom's like, oh, your daughter is so much cuter than you. Well, you know, I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
And then she goes, your daughter's a genius and you're dumb because your daughter is only
Right.
3. She speaks perfect English. You don't speak English, you are 30. I'm like, Mom, she
my
was born in
God.
America.
Oh my God.
Speaking English
Yeah.
didn't mean she's not dumb.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, don't find excuse for yourself for being a loser.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I know. I know.
it's like, what?
It never ends, right?
What does she have? I don't have.
Right.
She look just like me.
Yeah.
She's just whiter because she drink milk here. And I was just drinking, I don't know, like probably like a
No, no.
poison with white stuff in it.
Right, yeah.
Definitely it's not
Well, the
milk.
soy milk is not milk. You're not getting
It's not milk.
any of the
I didn't even get the
growth
kiss either.
hormones with it, right?
Didn't get the tits either. I mean, I got tits later on. Thank God. Thank Jesus. Thank you so much. I want to talk about your days at SC. And
Okay,
I think
sure.
that will be like a important in the moment for the fans to know.
Yeah.
To know
Mhm.
how like your journey as a director.
Well, so, growing up, my parents would not let my sister and I like sort of watch TV or go to movies because, for them, yeah, it's just like, no, do extra math homework.
Mhm,
That's what you're going to do with your spare time, But when I was 9 years old, there was a movie that was so big a phenomenon, not even they could ignore it. So for Christmas that year, they took me to a movie theater. And so the first movie I ever saw in a theater was Star Wars. Exactly right. So if that is the first movie you ever see in a theater, that's going to have a bit of an impact. And so, when it came time for me to like choose a career path. So, again, it's like, I want to be a writer. No, you should be a doctor. I want to major in journalism. No, you should be an engineer. So we finally settled on business. And so I went to UC Berkeley to get a business degree. But while I was there at UC Berkeley, Lucasfilm, which is up in the Bay Area as well, they had flyers for internships at Lucasfilm. And I thought, oh my God, this is great. This is full circle. This is my fate. This is serendipity. I'm meant to be here. And so I promptly tore down that flyer and went around all of campus tearing down every single other flyer because, look, not everyone needs to know about this internship because it was going to be mine.
Love it.
Exactly.
I love it. That's the hustle. You know, like your business degree helped you.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was in Kentucky, I started a business because I'm like, I will not be a starving artist, and I know how to really like hustle like a businesswoman because that's a show business.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you took all the flyers down. I love it.
I took all the flyers down.
Did you assignment that?
Yeah. So I was lucky enough to get an internship with Lucasfilm, and oh my God, working for them was fantastic. They Skywalker Ranch is up in Marin County. It's up in the Redwoods.
Oh, it's beautiful too.
It's beautiful there. The first espresso drink I ever had in my life was from a machine that was gifted to George Lucas by Francis Ford Coppola.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it was so far away from the ranch, was far away from sort of like any other town, they would bring in like, star chefs from the Culinary Institute to prepare lunch for you every day. It was like, and everybody there was super nice, super sweet. And I thought, oh my God, if this is Hollywood, this is entertainment business, count me in. I am in. This is what I want to do. And so, I worked for Lucasfilm for 3 years, and they said, well, what do you want to do when you graduate? And I said, well, I want to keep doing this, the Hollywood industry, but I'll go get an MBA and circle back around and do it, approach it from the business side. And they said, well, if that's what you want to do, there's a program at USC Film School called the Peter Stark Producing Program, which is like an MBA, but in Hollywood. And we'll write your recommendation to get in. And it's just like, oh my God, thank you. So, look, if you have a letter of recommendation from Lucasfilm, that's going to open a lot of doors, especially USC.
Open the door from the galaxy far, far away.
Exactly, from the galaxy far, far away. So I was at USC in the producers program for 2 years there. And while I was there, like there were, I was like, in an editorial bullpen with like, some amazing filmmakers. I was there with, John Singleton, who I know can encourage you to get your start. Who else? Bryan Singer, James Gray. There were so many just talented filmmakers that you could just sort of like just sit and discuss movies with. And it was great. It was a great experience. Tuition was a bit high. My parents are not happy about that, nor the career choice. And then after I graduated, so there is this perception that if you get a degree from like USC Film School, the gates will just magically open for you. You can walk into any studio and say, hey, I graduated from USC Film School, give me a movie. That is not the case, And I thought, okay, here I am. I've got a USC film degree. It's like, yeah, get in the back of the line like everyone else. So, I started being an assistant, well, first, the only job I could get was as a financial analyst because my background was accounting and business. So, it's like, well, you want to be creative? Yeah, there's nothing on your resume that says you can be creative. So, count
the numbers.
Yeah, count the numbers. And so I took a job doing that, but I just started knocking on doors because I was on the Paramount lot as a financial analyst. And what was funny because I was an intern there at Paramount with John Singleton, and we were like interns there, and we were at Entertainment Tonight, and one of the bosses came down and said, hey, you interns, I need somebody to make copies of this. And like John Singleton just said to him, yeah, I'm a directing intern, not a copying intern. And I'm just looking at him going, what the hell, really? Are you allowed? No, look, give me the copies. I'll make them. So yeah, I was like,
I'm dying.
Yeah, no, look,
it's the funniest shit I ever heard.
Exactly. But no, I mean, even at that age, he still had that confidence.
The swag.
Yeah, the swag to know it's like, no, I'm a director. Yeah. And it's funny because when he came to Columbia with Boys in the Hood, I was there still as an assistant toiling, in the trenches.
Love that. I told you, George, it's like the swag of John Singleton is like you and John is like me and like, I don't know, another girl. It's like giving happy ending. I'm really joking for the It's like, can you touch the balls? I'm like, no. Did you just ask me to touch the balls? I'm a happy ending massage. That's not, I know. Do you think I am Vietnamese? Ask her to do it. I won't touch it. No. It's really, I love that's adorable.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
No. Again, I wish at that age I had sort of that confidence. Yeah, I know we are too Asian.
True like a just like try to make sure we don't.
I'm not going to step on any toes. I'm going to sit around. I'm going to wait for somebody to give me the reward. Yeah, I'm going to do be a good boy. Yeah, and do everything everyone asks of me.
The most important
and wait for the opportunity. Yeah,
in our English in Chinese we say 枪打出头鸟. It's like the gun he's gonna shoot the bird fly out high is the first. But in America, they encourage you to be the one who stand out. But in Asia, standing out is a very bad thing.
Oh yeah, no. It was funny you said, because like even when making this movie, just dealing with the Taiwanese crews there. So Luc Besson and Virginie Besson, his wife, they own Europa company. They've done movies like Taken, Transporter, The Professional. They are, icons in the action genre. So they came to Taiwan and they would sit with the crew and go, okay, so we're going to be using guns. We're going to be using explosives. We're going to set a guy on fire. Can you do this? And the crews are very well, we can do it, sure. Or if you want to bring in, your person to supervise us, we can do that too. And they kept asking questions. Well, can you do it? Well, whatever you wish. It's so Asian, right? Yeah. And and finally, they pull me aside and say, look, we're setting a guy on fire. I need to know that they can do this. Somebody needs to stand up and say they can do it. Like if this were here in Hollywood, everybody going, oh yeah, if you want to set a guy on fire, I'm the guy you call. I'm the only guy you call. I'm the best at setting people on fire. Yeah. Over in Asia, it's like, well, whatever you would like. We can work with someone or we can do it. Yeah, you want somebody to beat their chest and say, I'm your guy. I can do this. Nobody else can set people on fire as well as I can.
It's like, I can kind of fly a jet, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see. It can explode in the middle of the air or we crash in the Alps. We don't know yet.
Right.
But I'll try.
Exactly. Yeah, no one wants to hear that. Yeah, they're way too humble, the modesty is like, off the charts. And it's just like.
But in Hollywood, if somebody like, you can supervise, it's like, oh, I've never done it before.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to fuck you up.
As soon as you say that, right, then it's just like, okay, you don't know how to do this. We should probably, And so they brought in, their crew from France. But after a week of working with them, they said, yeah, these guys know what they're doing. Yeah. They've done this more than I have. And so they went back home. Yeah. But, it's like, well, we could have, saved the travel money on that. But if you just you need, and look, I'm guilty of this. Sometimes we just need to, thump our chest and stand on the table and say, I am the best at what I do. But again, that's not the way we were raised. That's not in our culture. We don't do that.
I'm the best comedian who speaks spoken English. I should say that more often.
You should. No, we both should.
You don't even understand me. You're buying ticket. Who's stupid now?
Exactly.
Right? That is so funny. I just loved the movie so much, and I know Mom is very, very proud since it's in Taiwan.
I've heard from my family, and they've told me it's like your mom is very, very proud of me. But it's weird because she's not said it to me directly.
She probably just brag it to all your friends.
Yes, family. It's a very Asian mom thing to brag, to like all the relatives, all the friends, and all that stuff. But to me directly, I'm still like, when are you gonna get a real job? What are you gonna do with your life?
I love it.
It's like, are you kidding? Yes.
I love that.
I'm sure mom's the same way, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure my daughter got a standing O at the Apollo Theater. I'm sure she's like telling her friends that, even though she's not telling you that.
They're tired, they want hungry, they want to go home, and you don't release them.
Right.
Don't release the black people in that fucking Apollo. Like, Mom, shut up, don't get me canceled.
Yeah.
I feel like Asian moms are like cheating wives. Like they would on one phone call, my son did this amazing movie in Taipei. Everybody loves it. It was amazing. It's the best movie ever made. And then you come, hey mom, what are you doing? Why you look so fat? Don't eat.
Right.
It's like you switch.
Exactly.
When they talk to other people, they're like one person. They talk to you, they're just like a different person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so back to story. So again, trying to be the.
Excuse me. It's okay. I just give you COVID. Sorry.
Yeah. The model minority. So
I'm wearing this right now. You can talk.
Okay.
I'm just wearing the.
So we try to start climbing the ladder as an assistant and knocking on doors and trying to be an assistant producers and stuff. And so it wasn't until I was at Columbia Pictures and I was like working for the president of production there. Robert Rodriguez came to town with this movie he made, El Mariachi, for like $7,000. Yeah.
Oh, it's iconic.
It's
very
absolutely
also Chinese of him.
Yes.
I mean, Mexican Taiwan connection. You guys probably connect into the I can make good cheap.
Exactly. Absolutely. So he saw me working the desk and he sort of looked at me and goes, hey, you look like you eat. Excuse me? It's like, look, these suits, they've been taking me to these restaurants. I don't know what the hell Hickam is. I'm just this like good old boy from Texas. Where can I just get a good burger?
A Texas Mexican.
Yeah, Tex-Mex, I know.
That's I mean, is there that anyway?
Yeah. So I started taking him to like all my favorite places to eat in LA. Next thing you know, he's sleeping on the floor of my apartment. Very Asian, right? So he could pocket the hotel money to buy a car.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't
You
that
guys are
great?
just
Yeah.
you're like a how to say, like a brother you find in life, you
Yep,
know?
absolutely. And so yeah, and so he just kept like poking me, nudging me, and said like, look, you know what
Poking
you're
your
doing.
tummy, like
Well, psychologically and physically saying, why don't you just go make a movie? I did it. I'm nobody. Look at you. You have a degree from USC. You like know everybody in the business from like working as an assistant. Go make a movie. What's stopping you? What's wrong with you? Are you scared? Are you a chicken? Are you a coward? So it became this like,
That's a real friend.
it became like very like, chaos muy macho, sort of like that. You like challenge my manhood.
I'm a director.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So I said, fine, I'm gonna go direct a movie.
You got a John Single to come out with you. Like,
Right,
I'm
exactly.
a director.
I'm a director. I'm not like an assistant.
I'm a resume of trust fund, baby. I got beat by bamboo sticker.
Right.
What do you have?
Yeah, so yeah, much like John Singleton sort of gave you that little push.
Yeah, he
off
said
the ledge.
you're gonna be a star if you do stand-up comedy. I'm like, do I have the job now? He goes, I don't understand the word you said. You should get out. But he gave me his phone number. It's a real number.
Really? Okay.
We had lunch, and he's like, you have to try stand-up comedy. You're gonna really make it. I said, I want to be a movie. I want to be an actress. I want to be a movie star. He goes, if you make it in comedy, you can be any movie you want because you are the real you. You won't be replaced. You are gonna be unique because you found your voice.
Absolutely.
How about my accent? He said, that'll be actually a good thing.
Plus, exactly, yeah.
But if you audition with the accent, it's just people don't
your
buy
sound
you.
is uniquely you.
Yeah.
No one else can be Jiaoying. Only you can.
Yeah, that's good. My mom should hear that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. She'll have another baby.
You should go.
Yeah, she's literally in my living room just pointing at me right now. At this point, look at my face, be like, look too yellow.
So Robert sort of pushed me off that ledge, and then started me on a career of that, just writing and directing films, not only for myself, but writing for other people. I actually would write with Robert a lot too, and along that sort of like that very like long sort of winding road. I met other filmmakers like Luc Besson, and he gave me this opportunity to weekend in Taipei, and now 30 years later, from sort of like working in the desk for my first movie, I'm here. With you, talking about this like action film that we made in Taipei.
Wow, 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years.
30 years dream, like of
really,
you actually going back to your hometown to make a movie. You truly
exactly.
Yeah, this is
exactly.
It's just you it's amazing for you to work with a team that you actually have the same vision, so you don't compromise everything. The story is amazing.
Oh yeah, no,
the actors are amazing.
Yep.
And I mean, like Wyatt was such a natural.
I know Wyatt's great. Well, I mean, look, it's in his genes. I mean, Welly and Dina. I mean, they're both talented Broadway performers. They're amazing singers. So like Wyatt's grown up his entire life. They would go to Taiwan every Christmas, and Welly and Dina would do a concert. And so Wyatt and Dakota, his sister, got to see that. And so so I think it came very natural to him. Yeah, because that's always the fear when you're working with kids. It's like, what are you going to get? But Wyatt was great. He was fantastic.
And now behind you is the doll of Anime Wang, a Barbie of Anime Wang.
Oh, the class. Okay,
can you grab it for me, Evan? I just wanted to talk about it because it's kind of so meaningful. Now George is here.
Representation,
so she was, I think, probably the first Chinese American actress in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
That she had to fight so hard to not portray any racist roles, but there's no director like George back then to write a good story for her.
Right.
I think she would be very proud of the role of May played for Awakening in Taipei. Asian woman with heart and soul, a complex character. Yeah. And at the beginning, you would hate her, like, oh, what a hardest.
Right, exactly.
Then you really
the way she treats Sung.
Then you really like. I'm like, why would you Sung so hard? Like, look at that ass.
I know,
look at that
exactly.
neck tattoo. Goddamn.
Yeah, you look at it and just go, wow. So the first day Sung showed up on set, and I'd never like seen this before in my life. It's like, so. It was a scene where like, we put him in a white suit, and white suits are hard for anyone, right? Like going, okay, well, you're going to be surrounded by C reporters. You need to stand out. So, we're going to put you in the white suit. And he goes, okay, let's try it. He put it on, and he walked out of the dressing room. The crew sort of like turned. There was this hush, like, which is quiet. And then people started clapping. Like we hadn't shot one frame of film with him yet, but just seeing him, in this like this tall, handsome Asian man in this like white suit, he just got a standing over just coming out of a dressing room.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my God, because never in my lifetime, because look, there aren't a lot of Asian males who are considered like, sexy or stars.
Sexy appeal. They don't want to. They want to portray Asian men as
Exactly.
Because they are intimidated by Asian culture. Like we just have to be this like nerd geek.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a sexy Asian men do exist, and like an Asian male lead should be the thing.
No.
And I am so happy about like Sung's character. I love how sexy he is, how hot he is, and how strong he is.
Yeah.
And I think just like one thing was very compelling is I still liked him, even though he's not like a,
well, it's funny because a lot of
Luke
people
Evans
who see the movie, they think
I still like him.
Yeah, they feel bad for Sung's character
because
at the end of it. Yeah,
he loves her, and that's the thing. Like
so
love.
Right.
He truly like the first time he met her, he loved her, and that's a love story. Even though you don't like a guy, but when they love, men love the woman, it makes them very vulnerable. Doesn't matter what they do,
Exactly.
Yeah. But still hate my ex-husband, guys.
Oh no,
he's from Shanghai. Anyways, I thought he was really, really sexy in the movie, and I loved every bit of it.
No, it was fantastic working with him, and and he was always pushing because it's like, look, I'll be honest, even with the first iterations of the script, his character was not that developed. It was just okay, you're a drug dealer, you're bad, But he came to Taiwan and said, George, come on, do we really want to do a story where like a white guy's kicking sand in my face and stealing the girl? Let's figure this out. Let's make it a real person. Let's flesh this out. And so we had a lot of meetings and we talked about how did he end up from Korea and Taiwan? What is his backstory? Why did he start running drugs? What is his history with Gui Lu Mei's character? All this type of stuff. And so we were really able to fashion a fully developed three-dimensional character that at the end of the day, a lot of Asian audiences think he's the hero of the story.
I truly felt bad for him. I mean, Luke is hot, but like I truly felt bad for Sung, and I loved how it also make Gui Lu Mei's character better is because they had a history. She's not like, okay, didn't work out, let me f this guy with more money. I don't like her at the beginning though. I'm like, what a cunt. Fucking money spending fucking cunt. You can drive a Porsche, I can do it too, you bitch. Like, okay, whatever. Audrey Hepburn, off. Then I'm like, that's me. It was so. I was truly. I knew it's gonna be a good movie because it's your movie, but the caliber of how great it is. I talk about everything. Like I don't say anything nice about anything. Evan knows. I'm very honest.
Yes, I've listened to the podcast. Shocked. I was a little like scared coming on here.
I'm very shocked. Like you have to go. Like guys, and it's November 8th, right?
November 8th comes out
of course, November
in
8th.
The theaters November 8th.
Because 8 means a lot of money.
Exactly. 8 is good luck, right? Good fortune.
Yeah. November is 11. 1 is going to. Yao. No. Ba means a lot of money. He's a business major.
So.
He was a finance analyst intern at the Paramount lot. He knows his number. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of money for everyone. I would love to work with you.
I would love that too. No,
on some degree.
Absolutely.
And John Singleton would be happy.
Oh my God.
Who is the director intern right now? Who's the director intern now?
Well, again, but it's like interesting, right? Like the in a weird way, like the movie gods sort of put us together. You know what I mean? The connection is John, and we were meant to work together.
I know. I literally just like I would not be doing comedy if it wasn't for John Singleton. He'd been calling me for a year, just like I try your first open mic, and he pushed me to do it, and he watched my tape. Okay. He passed away like soon after I got started.
Horrible.
But that day, he walked to me across the casting table, showing me Ali Wang's special, Baby Cobra, and then when I got past the Laugh Factory that day, Ali got her new special. Like a milk money tour and whatever it is, and I had her marquee on top, my marquee on the bottom at the Laugh Factory on Sunset. I took a photo and I texted John. He died already. Oh wow! But I knew he laughed at it. He's like, I told you. There you go. Nice. And I knew he would be proud of.
That's great. Oh wow.
So I am just I would love to work with you, and I really regard you as one of the really great Asian American directors. You are a great director, but your heart is always going to be trying to tell our story.
Absolutely.
This movie is definitely international story. It's a true Hollywood movie.
Right.
Because Hollywood movies, they go to France. They,
Right.
like a professional is in
Right.
Italy.
And,
you know, it's,
Little
this
Italy
is
in
not
New
an
York,
Asian
right.
movie.
Mhm,
This
right.
is a Hollywood movie.
Right.
And it's not it's a Hollywood movie. It's about family. It's about love. It's sexy. There's the FDA, right? Like right, DEA agent. I also loved the Luke's supervisor. She and him has
Pernell
the
Walker,
cutest,
she's great.
funniest,
She's hilarious.
such
a strong presence too.
So strong, so powerful, and so
Yeah.
funny. And she sparks out like the most simple thing, make me laugh because their like energy is so like connection is so organic.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
I'm where can we find? What can you tell us more about the movie? Like,
Right. Well, it comes out November 8th.
Yes.
At a theater near you. Please go see it. Please go.
Go see it.
Yeah. I mean, part of me, like, Welly's been doing this strong push with the Asian American community, trying to get them to show up to represent, me, it's like, yes, it is sort of, film in Taiwan, it is, a story that features Asians, but, again, I think it's a universal story.
Yeah,
sure. It's got car chases, it's got gunfights, explosions, it's got all that type of stuff. But, like you point out,
goldfish.
Goldfish. But, it's got some humor, it's got some heart.
Very funny.
Yeah. And at the center of it's this like almost tragic love story.
Oh yeah.
At the center of it.
It's very it's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
What streamer is it out on? After
I do not know. I believe it's going to Amazon around Thanksgiving. So it'll be on PVOD on Amazon Thanksgiving week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I am on tour because I wasn't casting the movie.
We're gonna change
I didn't speak
that.
English back then, though. I didn't speak English back then. George, well, we'll wait for you to speak English to be in the next movie.
Believe me, your English is actually better than Guilin May's.
I think because she's in Taiwan most of the time.
I mean, that's where she lives. But, she worked really hard on her English.
That's for her. So I can totally be in a movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay,
and your English is already
perfect.
Better. So
awesome.
Done.
I can be the villain. I don't care. I just need to be
really okay.
I can be whatever. I'm giving like.
How are you with guns?
I love guns.
Okay, great. Good to know.
Guns are my best friend. Guns are my best friend. I actually love guns.
Okay.
I'm getting my carrying permit actually.
Ooh, whoa, okay, all right.
I just need to protect my daughter because she's apparently cuter than me and speak better English than me.
Oh,
yes, according to my mom. We got tour dates is November 6th, Royal Oaks, Michigan. November 7th, Toronto. November 8th. Niagara Falls. We want to make sure with this one because I don't want to pronounce it differently. Niagara Falls, Canada. 9th, November 9th, Montreal. November 10th. Yeah, Montreal first show sold out. Second show I have 2 tickets left. If you have a date, come.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. Also go make sure November 8th you buy ticket to watch Weekend in Taipei. That's the only chance you can show your partner you have good taste in movie. And then you can get laid hard afterwards. November 10th, Ottawa, Canada. November 14th, New York Comedy Festival. I'm paying a tribute for Joan Rivers. November 16th, Ice House Pasadena. November 19th, Hollywood Improv. November 23rd, Honolulu. November 30th and December 1st, Guam.
Guam?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to Guam.
Wow.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. I'll be shooting more guns there.
You've got fans everywhere.
I know the Guams.
That's
the
amazing.
seaman loves me.
Okay.
Because they see that on my face. Like, we are on her face. December 21st, Bellflower, California. January 9 to 13th, Covina, California. January 16 to 19th, Plano, Texas. February 13 to 15th, San Diego. My 2025 tour will be announced soon. So go to summerscomedy.com. Thank you guys so much. Go to watch Awakening Taipei, November 8th.
And go see Jiaoying on tour.
Yay!
Live in person.
Thank you so much, George.
Thank you.
What an honor to have you.
Please, it's an honor to be here. And again, to see, an Asian female killing it in the comedy world. It's like, it's like seeing a unicorn. Like in the wild, it's like, yeah.
He said you're a unicorn.
You're a total unicorn.
You're a mom,
absolutely.
You're a single mom, but you are sexy, but you are cozy, you're hardworking, you are like.
Yeah, you check a lot of boxes.
Yeah, you're foxy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to do whatever it takes to survive.
Yeah.
My mom is punching me in every direction. Trying to avoid her. I love that. We really connected with our mom.
No, absolutely.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, Jiaoying.
I really appreciate it. Sorry you had to come here.
No. Please. Look, I love this part of town. I wish I had more time because I'd go get something to
626.
eat. Yeah, 626.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent.
I'll be in your movies one day.
Excellent. No, we should just write a movie for you.
Definitely. I would
Okay.
love to.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Done
love.
and done. Done and done.